Alright, hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be creating a very simple merch design inspired by the metal band Breaking Benjamin. First thing, I'm just gonna go to images, canvas, and as you can see here, this is the canvas size that I'm going to be using for this design. If you use inches instead of pixels, this will be the inches on the file, but I like to use pixels. Hit OK there. And before I start, I already have both of the logos saved right here, just so I don't have to do the research while doing the video. I already got them saved over here. Let's start with this one, which is the one that I'm going to be using on Blender. Once I have this, I just saved a very quick copy of a JPEG. Once I save the JPEG file, I go ahead to Adobe and try to convert the JPEG into SVG, which it will be a scalable vector graphic. Once I download the file, all you gotta do once you save it, you just drag it here and wait and download it. Once you download it, I open Blender and delete all of the items that I got in Blender. Just open Blender, delete all of the files that Blender comes with by default. Go to File, Import, and where it says Scalable Vector Graphic, go there. Found the item that you're going to be using. In this case, it's going to be the Breaking Benjamin logo. As you can see, it's right there. I press number 7, which is for top view. Press on the item, right click, set origin to geometry, which means now if I move the geometry, it goes along with this circle that is right in the middle. Just press, so I just press GX to move it sideways. Now JY to move it up and down. I want it like that. But right now, if you see, the geometry is flat, you cannot see anything. So let's bring it up a little. Me personally, I like to go over here and enable move and rotate, so it's way easier. I just go like that, all like that. So let me see, Shift A, I bring a camera, press 1 for front view, Control Alt 0, in that way the camera move where I'm looking at. Let's say I'm right here and I press Control Alt 0, the camera moved that way. So I like the camera how it is right now. I want the camera to be a perfect square. Let's say I want the camera to be right here. There you go. That's the curve. Let's move it like that. Make it bigger. Shift it there. Let's make it bigger. Bring it up. And one thing that I like to do whenever I bring vectors into Blender is I just press on the data, geometry, and the extrude. So that makes it up a little. As you can see, you can go as far as very long. But I do want some of these areas to be looked through. I think that looks perfect. And if I press here, I do like how the light fades. Let me go here, film, transparent, and make sure that it's RGBA. But if I try to render it right now, it will be black because we don't have any light source. I am liking how it looks, like mostly bright and goes to dark. So what I can do, I press here, select these two, Shift A, a light source. I want an area one, bring it up around here, 0 to have the look, the view. That's perfect. And then there's duplicated, Shift E, bring it down, rotate 180 degrees. Let's go to so what I can do, press on the first light, bring the brightness down a little, and for this one more. Let's try to see how the size is not really working. I think that looks perfect. So if I press F2, that'll bring how it will look like rendered. I am liking how it looks. I like that at the bottom is very bright, at the top is more dark. So since this design is going to be a simple one, there's not gonna be a lot of textures going on right now because I'll do all of that in Photoshop. I just press on render image. I save a copy. I can go ahead and close Blender right now and jump to Photoshop. Right now, I'm not gonna be using this one. I bring the photo that we render in Blender into Photoshop, make a solid color, black. I delete the masks that I'm not going to be using. In this case, I don't think I'm going to be using the background that Photoshop comes with. I already have a mock-up of a t-shirt here. And this design is going to be for the back part of the shirt, and the t-shirt is going to to be black, so pretty much the design mostly is gonna be grayish or maybe white later. But for now, this one, let's convert it into maybe white for now. We can change it later, convert it into a smart object, bring it up. So I want breaking mostly bigger at the top, Benjamin at the bottom. So I just press M to sort of like do maybe like a lasso tool but with shapes. Duplicate this part from this part. Let's do basically the same thing, but we're gonna delete it. This perfect. If I hide this one, you can see it's only breaking. Let's convert this into a smart object. Since this is the middle, let's make it big like this. And now we got Benjamin at the bottom. Let's try to even it out so it all matches. That looks amazing. And this is going to be pretty much the layout that I want to be using. Like I said before, it's going to be a very simple one. So if you're wondering how the layout or grid that I'm using is like, so it's basically this: two rectangles, well, three rectangles, two small ones, one big one at the middle, and that will create this layout. Now let's convert this into a smart object. So go to filter gallery, and let's see. I always like to use stamp and grain at the same time. Let's start playing around and see how this look like with the clumped one. If I'm not liking this one, I can go to soft, try to play around with it until I find something that I do like. See how this looks. That looks amazing. I like the contrast. Oh, what I want to do now is create a line, a stroke. Let's leave it red right now just so we have an idea where it starts and where it ends. But what I want to do is create a gradient map and hide it over here. I'm not going to be using these masks, so I delete it. And I think I want the blacks where they are. So what the color that I'm going to be playing with, it'll be the white, which is this one right here. And as you can see, everything that was white before is the one that I'm going to be changing or editing. And I'm kind of liking maybe this one. Let's see how it looks. No, I really think that black and gray really does makes the design pop a little. Let's see the stroke and see how it looks with the gray, or maybe like a tiny bit lighter one so you can tell the difference. I think that looks fine. That looks perfect. Let's change this into the color that is on the geometry so it all makes sense, it all matches. But now the part that I'm trying to do is try to make, because the geometry has some sort of textures and I'm going to be adding more textures on top of them. So let's try to find some textures that we can put in the text and then textures in the entire design. So I'm bringing this, let's bring it up so you guys see what I'm using. I'm bringing this one to the top, maybe invert it with Control I. Let's go to filter gallery, just because these areas that are fading, I don't think they look very weird in the design. And then if you try to screen print into a t-shirt, those areas, I don't believe they're going to be very legible, so you will have some trouble trying to screen print it. So I just go to filter gallery once again. So everything, as you can see, everything is either pure white or pure black, so we don't have any discrepancies later on. Right off the gate, I'm liking how this looks like. So let's go ahead and let's hide all of this for now. Let's bring this into the first title. With Alt, you can see this square and arrow pointing down. Let's hide it into this one, convert this into a smart object, and find where I want the textures to be on. And multiply. Nothing that looks fine to me. Let's duplicate it with Control J, bring it down to the next title. And because it's right now Photoshop read it as a white, it's not converting to a smart object. We cannot see the texture. So once I just click here, right click, convert into a smart object, you can see that it appears fairly quick. I think those two looks amazing. So we already got both of the logos, which is Breaking and Benjamin. We got the geometry that they use as their logo. We already went to Blender, 3D the logo, shifted a little, and now I just kind of want to add a texture that covers the entire design, and then I can just paste it into the t-shirt mockup. All right, let's bring it up and let's try to go to filter gallery and edit it in a way that I want. Fine, let's try to multiply it for now and see how it looks. I think it's a little too big for this one, so let's find another one. Let's see this one, but this one, let's invert it. I'm liking that everything is super grungy. Let's try to see how it looks. I don't think that'll do any difference, but let's see how the letters look with the outline. So that's the one on top. Yeah, I'm liking that. So let's go ahead and do that at the bottom as well. Maybe a tiny bit smaller, maybe around 6.6 pixels. Same with this one, 6 pixels. I think that looks amazing. I think all of these looks amazing. Let's see how it looks if I just convert everything into a smart object. So what I can do now is just press out and press Control Shift Alt letter E. So we make pretty much like a screenshot of the entire design. As you can see, is the entire design. Let's try to convert it into a smart object, and let's try to distort it just a little using displacement. I'm liking that. So let's go ahead and bring the black background back in. Let's try to make a mask out of this one and try to use some sort of weird brush where I can delete. Let's bring the brush and try to play with the opacity and play around with both of them. As you can see, there's some areas that is very blurry, very distorted. There's some areas that are pretty much not blurred at all. The good thing about clearing masks layers is that you can just press the B for the brush, and over here, if the top one is black, that means that you're gonna be deleting the colors or the layer, and if you press X, you invert it, and if it's white, you are going to bring it back. That will be this one. As you can see, with white, it will bring it back. X to inverted, black, it will take it off, and just play around however you want it to look like. I think everything else looks pretty good. I'm liking the strokes that are blurry. I'm liking that. This one I'm having some trouble liking it, so I'm just gonna delete this one. I think that looks amazing. Same thing, Shift Control Alt letter E, so we create an entire screenshot for the design. Let's copy it, go to the t-shirt layer, bring it here, shut it down, center it, and make sure that the t-shirt is visible on the design, which it is right now, as you can see. And this will be the back part of a t-shirt design that I created as a concept inspired by the band Breaking Benjamin. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know down in the comments. Please consider like and subscribe, and this will be everything for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.